Everything looked fine and everything was normal pregnancy, and she was born full term. When she was born, the doctors all just told me that I have a perfect little girl. I think it was at about 11 months or 10 months. You know, she was crawling and everything, and but then she just wouldn't take that first step. Just when you felt her legs was so tender, like you couldn't see any kind of muscle tone there. And we just wanted to find out why weren't her muscles developing, and it took over a year. It was a grueling year of testing. Finally, the diagnosis came. She doesn't have this gene called a survival motor neuron. And that is basically what sends that message from the brain to the body saying, I'm growing and I need muscles so that I can support my bones and be moving, breathing, talking, all the things that we don't give a second thought about. It was not going to be easy for me to just emotionally accept the fact that my daughter will have to rely on a power chair for mobility. And then that's when the center stepped in.
I met Carolina and Olivia approximately 24 hours after they'd just gotten a really devastating diagnosis of SMA for Olivia. That was incredibly hard for the family. They were quite heartbroken. And just trying to process it, really trying to process the implications that this diagnosis would have on the future that Carolina had always envisioned for Olivia.
The center has helped me to educate myself in figuring out how I can offer my daughter the best quality of life, which means the highest level of independence. For us, we take for granted the simple things that we do without thinking twice about it. You know, the people that are working at the Center for Ability really just show you how difficult those are for kids like mine.
Carolina has done an amazing and incredible amount of work. It's hard to go from that devastating place, but she pushed through. She connected with the SMA community. She learned as much as she could about the diagnosis. She accessed the resources that we, suggested and supported her through, and really wholeheartedly committed herself to doing what was best for both of her children, for Liam and Olivia. She is full of life, determination, and has the most amazing spark in her eyes, particularly when she's with her friends and zooming around in that chair of hers.
Since the chair came along, like the first day that we got it, we went to the pool with it. And there's like a pretty big area at Hillcrest, and she was just zipping around, and she was literally like just woohoo, woohoo, like over and over again, woohoo. with the power chair, and that was the first time I think that I laughed out loud.
She has strong interests, she has great friend relationships. Children gravitate towards her. She's very social. She may not get around the same way as everybody else, but she still gets around. And I think she has a great support system at home. I can't wait to see what she does in the future.